Here we go. Alright, all jokes aside. All jokes aside. Didn't know how to start. I'll keep it in there. No edits. This basically. Who is texting me? Okay. Ignore that. Ignore that, Jamal. Okay, this video is basically me explaining to you guys why I'm doing YouTube, because people have asked me questions like, why are you doing YouTube now? Why? What's with the big change? Listen, throw some music in there, and serious mood. No more joking with it. Serious mood. I guess I'll have to go. It started in 2018, and I guess I can start off in January, since it was the beginning. So if you don't know, I was in college. I was in the Institute of Art in Chicago, Art Institute basically, and my major was game art and design. I was going there for about 2 years. I was in my third year, moving on third year, well, going along in third year. And in January, apparently my school had lost accreditation, but we ain't know that. They didn't tell the student, but the higher ups knew. The school had lost accreditation, and they didn't tell us till summer. Meaning the classes we took for spring and the winter, whatever, after winter break, them classes did not matter. They didn't get accredited. Meaning they took our money, and them classes can't count for like any other school. So my school went based on quarters, so instead of semesters. A quarter is half a semester. That is important to know, because trust me, it's important to know as I go along with the story. So summertime hit, and me, my twin brother, I got a twin brother, and my bro Torrin, and Mark. I had a lot of friends. Don't worry. It's us three though. Three amigos. We're known three amigos. Anyway, basically in the summertime, after I got off, I was like, let me show y'all how I was when I got this news. I was in a hotel with my family on a vacation, a short vacation. I'm lounging, like, bro, I'm lounging, laying down, relaxing, enjoying life, where I get an email sent to my phone. I checked the email out, but before I checked the email out, my friend, I'm gonna call her C, because I don't know if she, on her name in this video. But anyway, C, she hit me up. She was like, hey, did you hear about what happened to the school? I'm like, I heard some classes wasn't being opened up because there wasn't enough students in it. That what you talking about? She's like, no, G, the school being shut down. I'm like, shut down? What you mean shut down? Open up the email. It says exactly what she says. It said, school being closed. If this your last year, you can finish up this year. You have nothing to worry about. People that wasn't last year, we got some offers for you guys. So basically it was like, go to our online school and we getting y'all 50% for y'all tuition, cutting tuition in half. Or go to another school that we kind of associated with, and we'll give you a $5,000 grant. Now, if you're used to college, $5,000 ain't shit. It ain't shit. $5,000 is trash. It's not. Yeah, it sound good for your money. You don't have to pay back, but it's not dealing with tuition, because tuition, them loans, tuition is a lot. Keep in mind, them classes that I took earlier, remember I said they didn't count, meaning they took my money for that. I already did the loan and everything. I still have to pay that back. School closing down, and they had did a meeting about it at the school, and basically the dude that knew about the school not having credits talked to us, and the question we asked, we was like, why didn't you tell us this ahead of time? All he had to say was, that's a good question. That's all he had to say. That's a good question. Left it at that. He didn't really care. Well, I felt that way. He didn't really care about the situation we was in. And that's when it started just getting panicky. Basically, students didn't know what to do. They didn't know if they were going to a new school or they were just going to online school. Me, I'd seen the better end of the deal. Like half tuition is a lot of money to take off my loan. So I was like, I'm just gonna go online school. So a bunch of my other guys and stuff, friends, they decided to go to a new school. Problem is, some of the new schools we wanted to go to, we couldn't go to because of us being on quarters. This is the important part. Because of us going on quarters instead of semesters, us going to a new school, we would have to start all the way from scratch, meaning from our first year and going back up. Meaning the 2-3 years that we took here were pointless, and we still have to pay them loans back. And they made sure they set themselves up where there's no way we can sue or anything like that. So we just gotta pay the money back, which I'm still in debt for. Another thing, so I went to online school thinking that's what the route I'm gonna take. So I dropped out of school early because there was no reason for me to take them classes because they're not being accredited and they already took my money. If I continue the class, they're gonna take more money from me that they're not credited. It'd be a waste of time. So I ended up applying for the online school, and months later, not even months later, like a month later, the online school told me they withdrew my application. And I'm like, why I would withdraw my application? They was like, we don't know if the online school going to close down. This editor Jamal, keep in mind that even if I chose to do the online schooling, I would have to have bought all my own materials, meaning the PC I would have to buy, the programs they needed me to buy, etc. And when I mean buy, that's a lot of money. I mean that's a lot of money. This PC I got right now, it's like $1,800. The program, one of the programs I needed, Maya, was like $1,000 something. I needed Photoshop, $1,000 something. I needed I got Unity. But it was like basically it was a lot of programs I would have had to bought on my own, bought license of on my own, and a PC and stuff on my own, just for me to be able to qualify in doing online classes. And they was not providing anything, meaning, like I said, I would have had to provide everything on my own, meaning thousands of dollars out of my pocket just to go into an online school because they was closing down. Everything would have failed on me when it comes to getting my materials for the classes. So they notified me this in like August. So now I couldn't join the online school, so now I'm just schoolless. If I join another college, I gotta start all over. Right now, I think Columbia may, because of my teacher in connection, my teacher may be able to get me into there with all my credits, so I don't have to start over. But basically, any other college, I gotta start all the way over from scratch, and I still gotta pay that loan back. And this not even including the new loan or tuition I have to pay for the new college. So I was a little bit hurt because I felt like that took a lot of time that I can't get back, that I spent years into schooling, and just down the drain with debt. So now we're in August. Fast forward to August. My mom worked for Sears, and Sears ended up closing down. As y'all know, the business is closing down. So one day she finally got laid off, and that was kind of hard because I'm in a situation where one parent, she's remarried with a stepdad, but my stepdad not good with money, basically. So my mom was like mainly the main one helping with the bills. She's the one with the good. She the one that gives the money. He not. So when she lost her job, it was like things kind of changed inside the house. You know, money handling and all that stuff. So that was a little bit hard. You know, I had a job. I worked at Marshall's, and my position wasn't a regular employee. I was a coordinator. So basically just under a manager. And I was taking extra hours to basically help pay with bills a little bit and I also saving up for a PC because since I wasn't in school, I wanted to teach myself how to game art and design. Because anyway, even in that school I was in, some of the teachers they was half-assing it and they wasn't really teaching. So I felt this, and we was mostly teaching ourselves from looking at tutorials and stuff online that with me and my friends. And that's why me and my friends decided we may make our own game together. So fast forward a little bit, we in like October, whatever, like beginning of November. So I'm just working extra hours in. I'm talking about like hell hours. I'm talking about like open to close hours. I'm at that door at 8 in the morning, and I'm closing at that store at 10:30 at night. Those were the hours I was putting in to help around with bills and paying for this PC that I'm recording on now. Then that's when another bad news came in. First of all, my oldest brother, he a pharmacist. He was already struggling for like 2-3 years trying to find a job. Thank God he finally got one. So that was another thing. It was like everybody in my house was kind of unemployed. My mom was unemployed. My oldest brother was unemployed. And my twin brother, he had got fired from his job. So all three of them was unemployed. The only ones that was employed was me and my brother and my stepdad. Stepdad not good with money. My brother not good with money. So it was like, okay, things not really going well in my house. You feel me? Things weren't going well. Then that's when my brother finally got a new job. My twin brother. So that was a good thing. But then that's when I got bad news. Before Thanksgiving, my job hit us with a mandatory meeting. I ain't mind too much of it. I was like, it's just a mandatory meeting. So I skipped it. I'm gonna be honest, I skipped it. Came in, ended up getting a letter from them, and the district manager was talking to me, store manager and district manager, and basically told me this location is closing down. So now I'm losing my job. School closed down, not a student, and store closing down, no job. So I was already lying at work a little bit, telling them I was still in school because I didn't want people knowing that I wasn't in college no more because of my situation. I was already kind of bugged out about the situation because I was in high school. I was known as the scholar basically, and I was in my studies, straight A's and all that stuff. So not being in school and not really knowing what was my next step, it's kind of embarrassing. It was like the person that always knew what he wanted is now in the point where he don't know what he wants. So then they gave us two options at the job. They was like, you can take the severance pay based on how long you've been working there. I've been working there for like 3 years. So they would give me a decent amount of money, and then they was like, or you can get transferred to a new job. I love the people at that job. That job like my second family. And I took the money because first of all, I didn't like the job itself. I hated the job. I just loved the people there. That's why I stayed there. But once I seen the opportunity, I could leave because retail wasn't my type of thing. I hated working on somebody else's time and doing extra work that other people wasn't doing, picking up slack on other workers, and not being paid extra or anything like that. Not being paid my worth. I was like, no, I'm done with retail and working under somebody else. So I took the money. So 2018, I lost everything basically. I wasn't a student no more, and I wasn't employed anymore. So that's when I decided, I do what you love to do, Jamal. Do what you love to do. You don't like working under somebody else, and you really love being tech savvy and making other people laugh and game design and stuff. So I was like, F it. I saved the money, bought this PC with the last days I had at that job, and that's when I decided. I told myself, I'm gonna do some YouTube. So that's why I'm on YouTube. I'm building up a base, or whatever you want to call it, subscriber, support base, fan base, whatever you want to call it. And that's my first step. While I'm doing YouTube, I'm also trying to make a game with my bro. But first, I'm trying to build more on my YouTube and then start working on gaming because I need some type of finance to try to come to this house. So I need to hurry up and try to build up a base. I don't know how things going. I really don't. I using the money that I got from my job and income tax money to basically save, to take me the way the path I'm taking right now in the direction I'm working on. I took a risky path. I'm gonna be honest, I took a risky path because just suddenly saying you want to do YouTube or make a video game and you're not employed is a very risk-taking move because you have no money coming in with your family. That's why I said thank God my brother got a job now because it takes a little weight because he has to be responsible. So not having money brought in while your brothers got jobs and stuff, and you don't know what's the next path you're gonna take, it's feel kind of like a burden, like you ain't doing nothing with your life. So I'm really working hard on like making videos on YouTube and just trying to find my next step. Basically, I love making videos for you guys and making y'all laugh. Like it's funny to me. Like I love editing. I love recording the gameplay. I be having fun making the gameplay. I love making y'all laugh with the gameplay. Like this is it. I love doing this, and I also loved when I was in school working on video games and discussing with my bros like, hey, I want to make this game. Hey, we should do this. We should do that. I'm doing something that I love to do. So even though I'm not making money right now, I'm surviving off a lot of money. I got a lot of money right now. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I got a lot of money on me right now. I can pretty much survive this whole year, to be honest, because I don't spend money like that. I can survive this whole year basically with the money I got, and I want to see how far I can take this. Like this is a new beginning for me basically this year. I started up my YouTube back up January 1st. It's February now. During the whole month of January, I gained I think 10 subscribers, a lot of views, some likes, feedback than I ever had gotten. And I feel like I'm gonna keep growing. I feel like I'm gonna keep growing, and I feel like this is the right step I took because I actually feel happy. I actually feel genuinely happy doing this, and I feel like this is the right path for me because, like I said, I didn't like working under somebody. I didn't like being in retail. Don't get me wrong, I got a lot of offers. Like my old manager hit me up like, hey, you can work with me. Like she was gonna give me an actual good position, but I turned her down because I felt like it was my time to take charge of my life and go on the route I wanted to go on. And I feel like this is it. I have a lot of faith in God. I grew up with religion based because of my family. I have a lot of faith in God. I feel like this is the right path I took. I feel like He blessed me, and this is the skills that I was meant to use in life. I feel like I'm good at making people happy and making entertainment and putting a smile on people's faces, and I feel like this is what I was meant to do. I feel like I was meant to create things to put a smile on other people's faces. So I decided to do YouTube and game designing, and I feel like once I finally kicked that off, this is it. You know, this is what I meant to do in life, and that's basically why I started YouTube back up. That's where I'm at right now, and that's also another reason why people ask me why I'm not hanging out as much, why I'm single, and stuff like that. It's because I'm focused on myself. I got a lot under my belt I'm trying to do. There is times where I get down sometimes because it's like things not going as fast as I want it to go, but I am putting in a lot of hard work, and sometimes time gotta take its course. And I'm just happy I got a good support base and family, supporting family. My mom not like, hey, nah, you gotta do something and nothing like that. Like she supported me and stuff, so that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here, guys. It's kind of a down story because like, dang, all that happened in 2018. But yeah, it's like life. It happens. It is what it is. I'm optimistic. I pick myself up from time to time. I've been through worse. So that's why I'm here on YouTube. That's why I'm making video, funny content. That's why I need support and subscribers and stuff. That's why I am here. And I'm going to keep pushing forward with it too. And I'm not going to let anything hold me back. But as always, as I say, and I say stay up because once you're down, there's only one direction you can go, and that's up. So you got to stay up, keep your head up, always have faith. You're blessed. Don't worry. You never. Once you're in a bad place in life, it can only get better. It can't get worse. If it get worse, like again, it can't get worse. It can only get better. Like always, this was Alchemist. Stay up.